Hello and welcome. I'm your host Elizibar, and this is oh boy, why we can't just have titles be simple. Oh hey look, just looking at it, I didn't realize that was like so glossy, but it totally is. It looks cool. Um, Title: Batman White Knight presents Harley Quinn #1. Oh my god, how am I gonna file this away in a box? Why do you all have to do this to me? Like, book titles are getting increasingly long because everybody wants their book title to be unique and spectacular. Like, something is killing the children. What's that other? There's another indie book. Atlantis wasn't made for tourists or something. Like, pretty soon, book titles are going to be paragraphs. So you could call this Batman White Knight presents Harley Quinn #1. Her origin story and the setup of a brand new story arc featuring her as a criminal psychologist doing profile work for the FBI while hunting for a serial killer who is killing movie stars. Because that's what the book is about. Like, if you do that, if you just replace the cover with like that paragraph of text and like her head down here tilted sideways for fun, for lulls. Uh, you, uh, right. So Harley Quinn #1. Like, this could have just been like Harley Quinn White Knight. Like, there's so many. Like, there's just too many words up here. Anytime you get a book title that has so many words, it starts to just kind of grate on me. Look at this. How strong is that Blood Realm? It's there. Or Justice League. What else do I have that has a nice, strong sounding title that doesn't have a lot of words? Concrete Jungle. Cyberpunk 20. Okay, that's actually 4 words. Bad example. Anyway, I digress. I digress. Man, I got a squeaky chair. I hope you can't hear that. Um, so we start off learning about Harley, and so I think this story is going to be told like flashback, present, in the various parts of the story. But there's Harley hanging out with Jack at a club. She's dancing. Jack is like, you're just doing this for more tips, aren't you? She's like, hey, we always want tips. I don't remember necessarily this part of Harley's origin story. I don't know if this is fabricated for this book or not. Um, I kind of liked the Harleen version of the origin where she just went through medical school and had a bad reputation, and it didn't get into specifics like this. Now, this 2-page spread right here actually illustrates everything I like and dislike about the art simultaneously. You're like, what are you talking about? Sometimes the art looks really cool, like up here, the way her hair flows, the way he's there, the way she's there, the faces are making at each other. His face over here, his face down here. This dude, like, it all looks good. And then sometimes you just get these really, really weird faces from Harley at some of the other characters, and they just don't work. Or sometimes the face, and it's not really in any of the faces on this page, but sometimes the faces don't have heavy enough lines on them to make them feel like they're detailed. They're sort of like sketched in and then painted on top of. You can kind of see it a little bit in some of these. But even when that's true, like, there's still some very strong line work here, like the corner of his mouth and stuff that really gives the face definition. When it looks like that, it's fantastic. Let me flip through real quick and see if I can find an example of the opposite when the art kind of. I felt like the art was letting me down a little bit. I can't. Now that I'm looking for it, I, of course, can't find it. Oh, man. Boom, there's Batman showing up. You knew he had to show up. He absolutely did. Man, there's her face looking like that again. I don't know what's up with that. Her face goes between looking very Harley and looking like that, and I don't know why. Oh, like, here we go. Here, his face. I feel like his face could have used a little more solid line, like to provide some definition around his nose, his eye, because his eye just kind of vanishes into the shadow underneath the toboggan or whatever it is he's wearing right there. Like, that doesn't work for me. It doesn't look great. Speaking of which, so she reminisces at the beginning, and she's like dealing with being a parent. and she doesn't like being a parent. She feels like she's not dealing with it too good. He shows up because apparently Bruce told him to like show up and check in on her like once a week. He brought some Chinese food, and then he's like, "Yo, the FBI needs you." So naturally, she goes, talks to Bruce, and then I don't think it's really too much of a spoiler. I mean, maybe it's a little spoiler, but I'm giving you like the tent pole. No, that's not even right. I'm giving you some like rickety fence posts for the story. She's confronted like with that choice. Like, do I go become a criminal psychologist for the FBI, or don't I? And what's up with this serial killer? Like, we're totally going with a serial killer who is killing like golden age movie stars, black and white movie stars, by painting their faces white. Hmm, interesting, huh? It's an interesting enough premise. I like the writing okay. I don't know how I feel about the very start of the book where we get the like Harley origin, the pre Harley, the early Quinn origin story. I don't know necessarily that I'm like super down for that, but I like the rest of the book. I thought it was pretty interesting stuff. Her dealing with being a mother to twins, like that's pretty cool stuff, yo. That's pretty cool stuff. The way she reacts, the way she feels about it, like that's all very human stuff, and I really dig that. Kind of like in the Harleen mini, like I really dug the human elements attributed to the characters. I dig that here. And in fact, if we spend more time digging into that kind of stuff, then this should be really cool. Like that is always fun territory to explore, like the inner workings of the mind of someone who, what's the best way to put it, is unusual, exceptional. I'm not sure exactly which adjective I want to use there, but you can pick one for yourself. Check this out. It was actually a lot of fun. What was this? It was probably $5. Yeah, it was $5. Ooh, I kind of like it. I don't even think I looked at the back cover before now. So that was a little surprise for me. You all take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. At least I hope so. Bye bye.